Hi, I'm Jasmine Jeffries, the EPA Remedial Project Manager for the Madison County Sanitary Landfill site. The EPA, in consultation with FDEP, the support agency, is issuing a proposed plan to provide rationale for amending the current groundwater remedy and to present its preferred alternative to remediate contaminants of concern, or COCs, in the groundwater at the Madison County Sanitary Landfill site. EPA and FDEP are soliciting community involvement in the selection of the remedial action and invite the public to comment on all alternatives presented in the feasibility study and summarized in the proposed plan. These documents can be found on the site webpage at www.epa.gov/Madison-county-sanitary-landfill. The public comment period will be open from today, Wednesday, December 15th, through Friday, January 14th. More details on how to submit your comments and/or questions will be relayed at the end of this presentation. The Madison County Sanitary Landfill site is in a rural area in Madison County, approximately 2 miles northeast of the city of Madison, Florida. The total site occupies 90 acres. The Captain Fence former landfill, also referred to as the Yard Trash Area, or YTA, is approximately 9 acres. Domestic waste as well as local industrial waste was disposed of in the YTA from 1970 to 1980. Disposal operations resulted in the contamination of soil and groundwater with chlorinated volatile organic compounds. The only residence within the vicinity of the site is a home located on a hill about 800 feet to the southeast. The county's public water supply comes from wells located in the city, which are not impacted by the site. All city residences are connected to public water supply lines. The site potentially responsible parties, or PRPs, are ITT, the City of Madison, and Madison County. Due to financial hardship asserted by the city and county, ITT conducts all investigations and the cleanup at the site. The reason for the ROD amendment was the discovery of 1,4-dioxane concentrations above Florida's groundwater cleanup target levels. EPA is proposing to fundamentally change the groundwater remedy from pump and treat to in situ treatment. From 1984 to 1985, FDEP conducted 2 drum removal operations in which approximately 40 drums were recovered from the YTA. In 1990, the site listing was finalized on the National Priorities List, otherwise known as the NPL. In 1992, the landfill was officially closed and a record of decision was issued. In 1995, additional buried drums were removed from the southeast and northwest corners of the YTA. In 2010, 1,4-dioxane analysis was added to the groundwater sampling program. The pump and treat system was shut down due to concentrations detected in the Floridan aquifer above Florida's GCTLs. In 2011 to 2020, an ongoing feasibility study took place, which used enhanced reductive dechlorination. All of the chlorinated volatile organic compounds listed in the left-hand column are contaminants of concern at the site, with the exception of 1,4-dioxane, which will be added as a COC in the ROD amendment. The semi-annual monitoring reports review trends for 8 wells that have historical long-term data for CVOCs southeast of the YTA, in the east portion of the YTA, and the northwest portion of the YTA. 5 of the 8 YTA wells sampled in 2019 show an overall decreasing or stable trichloroethylene, or TCE, trend and corresponding trends of the TCE degradation products cis-1,2-DCE and/or vinyl chloride in the southeast YTA and the east YTA, as well as the northwest YTA. 2 of the wells show an overall decreasing trend for all CVOCs in the eastern portion of the YTA, and 1 well shows an increasing trend for all CVOCs. Pictured is the institutional controls map and CVOC Plume. Primary source of contamination is the former Madison County landfill yard trash area, which is outlined in blue. The primary release mechanism were contaminants in buried drums leaching into soil and groundwater. The site is under one operable unit, site-wide OU1, and it addresses soil and groundwater. Soil contaminants have been capped and fenced, and the remedy is operating as anticipated. The ROD amendment is to address groundwater restoration only. 3 remediation alternatives for groundwater are being considered for this site. Alternative 1, as the name suggests, would require no action. It would not be protective of human health and the environment. It would not comply with applicable or relevant and appropriate requirements, otherwise known as ARRs. It would not be effective in the long term, and it would not treat the COCs at the site. The cost of a no-action remedy at the site would be $0. In every feasibility study, a no-action alternative is developed as a baseline for comparative analysis purposes. A no-action remedy is not appropriate for the Madison County Sanitary Landfill site. Alternative 2 consists of phased in situ chemical oxidation, followed by performance monitoring. This process consists of oxidation reduction, or redox, chemical reactions involving the transfer of electrons from one compound to another, thereby making the hazardous compound to be less toxic or non-hazardous. Alternative 2 would be protective of human health and the environment. It would comply with ARRs. It would be long-term effective, and it would reduce the concentrations of COCs. The cost for Alternative 2 would be $8,307,000. Lastly, Alternative 3, the preferred alternative, is phased enhanced reductive dechlorination with supplemental amendments, followed by performance monitoring and optional in situ chemical oxidation hotspot treatment for 1,4-dioxane and vinyl chloride if needed. The ERD process is used to accelerate the national biodegradation process by providing a carbon source, nutrients, and electron donors to enhance the rapid conversion of CVOC contaminants to non-toxic end products. Emulsified vegetable oil, or EVO, is a common supplemental electron donor used to enhance the natural biodegradation reductive dechlorination process and is what would be used at the site if selected. The supplemental amendments would be used in conjunction with the vegetable oil to induce anaerobic conditions for the bacteria. The cost for Alternative 3 is $6,583,000. Construction completion for Alternative 2 and 3 would be around 50 weeks. Alternative 3, phase enhanced reductive dechlorination with supplemental amendments, followed by performance monitoring and optional in situ chemical oxidation hotspot treatment for 1,4-dioxane, is the preferred alternative. The proposed remedy modification is based on the results of a pilot test demonstrating that enhanced reductive dechlorination can reduce the concentration of groundwater COCs. The alternative will address chlorinated volatile organic compounds and 1,4-dioxane. This alternative will restore groundwater to its beneficial use as a potential source of drinking water and eliminate future potential unacceptable risks to human health from exposure to COCs in the groundwater. It is estimated that it will take 12 to 27 years to reach MCLs for CVOCs using the preferred approach. However, this estimated time frame will be refined during the remedial design process. Written comments can be submitted via email to myself, Jasmine Jeffries, at jeffries.jasmine@epa.gov, or mailed to the following address: U.S. EPA Region 4, SEMD, 61 Forsyth Street, Southwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. The public comment period, again, is open from December 15th to January 14th. If you have any questions, please contact me at my email or by phone at 404-562-8443. You may also contact Brenda Bonner, the Community Involvement Coordinator. Brenda can be reached at bonner.brenda@epa.gov or at 877-718-3752. Thank you again for tuning in to this presentation, and please reach out if you have any questions.